Stop for a moment. Take a breath. Now try to recall the last social interaction you had that genuinely left you feeling energized. Not just an event you survived or a conversation that was fine, but an exchange that made you feel seen, understood, and fuller. If you're drawing a blank, or if that memory is buried deep, then this message is for you. Stay with me for a few minutes. You've probably built a small fortress around a collection of labels you never asked for. Antisocial, shy, rude. They echo in your mind, especially after you've declined yet another invitation, or found yourself hiding in the bathroom at a crowded party just to catch your breath. The sting of these words comes from the deep disconnect between how you're perceived and who you actually are. You don't hate people. Far from it, you are fascinated by them. You crave understanding what makes them tick, what lights them up, what they fear in the dead of night. The problem isn't the people, it's the script, the endless looping performance of small talk. How about this weather? Busy week? Got any plans for the weekend? Each question feels like a tiny paper cut to your soul. It's conversational static that drowns out the music of real connection. You stand in a room full of laughter and chatter, but you feel encased in glass. You can see it all happening, but you can't feel it. Your internal battery, which was fully charged when you arrived, plummets from 100% to 30% in a matter of minutes. The energy drain is physical, a heaviness in your chest, a fog in your brain. So you retreat, you find the dog, you study a bookshelf, you become intensely interested in your phone. It's not an act of hostility, it's an act of survival. You're not pushing people away, you're trying to hold what's left of yourself together. Let's be clear, this is not a character flaw, it's a feature of your cognitive and neurological design. Let's call it interaction selectivity. Think of your social energy as a very specific kind of currency. You only have a limited amount to spend each day. Many people operate on a social volume model. The more interactions they have, the richer they feel. You, on the other hand, operate on a value model. You seek high return investments for your social currency. Here's the science made simple. Superficial conversation is designed to bridge social gaps, not to convey information. It's the human equivalent of birds chirping to signal all is well. For a brain that is wired for pattern recognition and depth, this is incredibly taxing. It requires you to constantly monitor social cues, perform expected emotional responses, and search for the right words. And all without the rewarding flood of neurochemicals like oxytocin and dopamine that come from genuine bonding. It's like running a powerful computer to perform only the most basic calculations. Your processor overheats, your fan kicks into high gear, and the system screams for a shutdown. This shutdown is your overwhelming urge to be alone. You're not being antisocial, your brain is simply preventing a system crash. So how do you navigate a world that runs on this conversational static? You don't need a personality transplant, you just need a better toolkit. First, the observe, don't absorb technique. When you enter a social setting, imagine you're a curious observer, an anthropologist studying a foreign culture. This mental shift moves you from a place of pressure to a place of curiosity. You become a participant by choice, not by default. Second, the bridge question strategy. When someone says, "I had such a busy week," the default response is, "Oh, me too." Instead, build a bridge. Ask a bridge question. For example, what was the one thing this week that made you feel like it was all worth it? It's an invitation to depth that most people are secretly desperate to receive. Third, the energy audit before you commit. Ask yourself, on a scale of 1 to 10, what is my current energy level? And what is the likely energy cost of this event? Saying no isn't a rejection of the person, it's an acceptance of your own needs. A simple, "Thank you so much for thinking of me, but I need a quiet night to recharge," is both honest and respectful. Fourth, the one meaningful anchor goal. Instead of aiming to network or be social, give yourself a single, simple mission. Find one meaningful anchor. Once you've achieved that one goal, you've won. You are free to leave without guilt. But all these strategies are just tools. The real transformation happens when you change the fundamental belief about yourself. So here is the most important shift you need to make. Stop seeing your low tolerance for meaninglessness as a social liability and start seeing it as your greatest relational asset. You are not broken. You are a curator. In a world saturated with shallow connections, you have a highly effective built-in filter. This filter isn't there to keep people out. It's there to let the right people in. It protects your time and energy for the conversations that spark new ideas, for the friendships that can withstand silence. Your intolerance is what makes your loyalty so fierce, your advice so thoughtful, and your friendship so valuable. You don't offer the cheap, easily accessible version of yourself. You offer the version that's real. Don't apologize for your depth. Don't water yourself down to be more palatable. The world has enough shallow. It needs your deep. The moment you stop judging yourself for being this way is the moment you start attracting the very people who have been searching for someone just like you. So no, you are not anti-social. You are selectively social. You are allergic to the superficial. You have a low tolerance for meaningless interactions because you have a high reverence for genuine connection. The next time you choose a quiet evening over a loud party, let go of the guilt. Recognize that you are not withdrawing from the world. You are consciously, deliberately, and wisely choosing your world. You are tending to your own inner garden, ensuring that what grows there is authentic, nourishing, and real. And that is a quiet, minimalist, and beautiful way to live.